That team doesn't get swept very often. What does it mean to y'all to sweep them?
Yeah, I mean, really what it means is you kind of go old cliche, one game at a time. And to me, like when you're in the middle of it, you're probably not looking at that now that it's over. It means that, we got a little space between, being whatever we were, the record was before the weekend. And now I guess you're 12-9, you kind of, maybe it'll set you on a path to kind of get going here.
Coach, what did you think of Kyle? It seemed like he was able to settle in the first couple of innings in the fastball command, but it seemed like he was able to command it well. Obviously,
Yeah.
had some whiffs.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't forget about, again, Sanders and Mack and game one today. But you're right on Kyle. I mean, Kyle kind of fought through some stuff early and made some pitches to get out of it. And, you're right, found it, and he really settled in there like the third to the seventh, right?
I was going to ask you about Mac. I guess it seemed like he came out of the gate, really threw it well, and was able to fight through it in the fifth or something.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I thought he threw the ball awful good, and I thought he went, and kind of set the tone for the day and filled the strike zone up, and let the guys play some defense behind him. You got one of those game one ones?
Don't have one.
Okay.
How do you feel about just the bullpen overall? Feels like those guys have really been pitching pretty well throughout the last week, even in favor.
Yeah, I mean, I think all that kind of sets you up again. Like, I think getting on the mound was good for everybody. I mean, you look at Lysick coming in today, got some work on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. And threw the ball good. I think that really gave him some confidence going into today. Urban is the same way as far as that goes. And so, I think bullpen arms need to pitch, and the more you get them in the game, the better.
How about Cade McGee with 4 home runs the last week or so?
Has he had that many? John and Gus were saying that don't make the lead off the ninth. It kind of gives you again like you can still attack those guys a little bit compared to having to decide if you're going to play the infield in and all that kind of good stuff.
What do you think of the play from Green to Pompey to the relay to cut the runner down to the plate?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think Green's got a good arm. Pompey's got a good arm. We're fortunate we had the right two guys in the right spots right there. To me, like, you got two guys, if you put them on the mound, above average arms in any league they'd ever be in. And they were both accurate on those throws. So, again, like, that's pretty cool to see.
Sweep over the ranked team after the way they like Arkansas. Do you feel like this could be kind of a turning point for you guys?
You know what's funny is we probably don't look at the ranked stuff as far as that goes. To me, like, the game just demands you respect so much about it. And going on the road, obviously, there sometimes you don't have as much margin for error maybe as you do. And so, but again, like, I think, they've played good baseball. It's got to do something for us, right? I mean, they've played good baseball up to this point, and I think we've shown signs of it. And can it help us moving forward? Absolutely it can. I mean, I think, the experience of Fort Worth, the experience of Fayetteville, the experience of this weekend, you probably take a little bit away from all of it. You hope to, right? Otherwise, it's not helping.
We talked the other day about what Derek Clark has done for him, going 9 innings like clockwork for the last month. How did you feel the specials approach and to get him out in the 6th?
Yeah, he was a little bit of a concern. I mean, you could see, and he could pitch a little bit, and just never gave in any count. He was one of those guys who execute a breaking ball or a change up or a fastball on either side of the plate. He had a little bit of all that going on, and probably should mention Gavin. Gavin gets on, I think, in the first. I think he drives in 2 runs in the second or third. Kind of makes it a 3-run game. And those are big at bats at that point in the day. You know, against a guy that's gone, you're right, Don. He's done a complete game, I think, 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought to me, just going into the game. You know, another guy, you feel like he's going 9. You're going, what are we dealing with here? He can pitch. I mean, I really, you can appreciate kids that, you know, go out and pitch like that.
We didn't ask Kyle, but he threw 117 pitches today. Did you figure that's pretty much as much as he needed to throw at that point?
I didn't think he was laboring at all. I think he could have thrown more. I think, you know, today's day and age, the game says to shut him down there. We felt like we were in a spot in the lineup where, you know, those other guys could handle it, and so we did get him out of there. But I'm not against leaving a guy out there if they're not laboring. I mean, I'm not against it. We don't do it a lot. I thought he was still executing pitches.
Got any thoughts on UNM on Tuesday?
Not really. Not a whole lot right now. Other than I'm glad it's here.
I saw someone on
We're not
Twitter.
going over there, aren't you?
Yeah.
I saw someone on Twitter suggest that Tech should now cancel games against UNM and UTRGV for RPI reasons. What's your position on that?
Yeah, we won't be doing that. I mean, that's again, I think all the RPI stuff, I think everything you can think of as far as that goes, you play good baseball, it'll all take care of itself. And I haven't looked at any of that, but no, that's not something we want to get in the habit of doing, I don't think.
Anything else?
Can you tell us what's update on Nolan Washburn?
He's gonna be out a while, I can tell you that. I don't know if I can technically tell you exactly what happened. He got hit by a ball in the face.
Anything to take away from the last game against New Mexico back in March, I guess it was?
Yeah, they're very competitive. They do a good job pitching. They're always excited about coming over here to play us. They're always offensive.
Cade and Kyle.
Kyle, seemed like nearly all of your strikeout pitches today, it seemed like they're changing off speed or breaking ball. What was kind of the game plan? And I guess how well was your off speed stuff working?
It was definitely, for me, it took a little bit to get going. Those first 2 innings were a little rough, but picked it up going through. Kind of the plan this week is just go in there, dominate the zone, throw strikes, land your spin when you need to, and you'll have success. So kind of planned for that all week and was able to get it done.
How is it, you've had a lot of low scoring games lately, like a 2-1 and a 4-2 and a day 3-1. How does that just affect your mentality?
It doesn't. I just got to go out there and do my job and keep us in the ball game. So, you know, I know these guys got my back. Kev got that insurance run. Dumpy hit a homer over here. And so, you know, they got me. I'll do what I can and keep it close.
Kyle, you had 3 walks and a hit by pitch in the first 2 innings, and then you had 1 the rest of the way. And 9 career high 9 strikeouts. I guess I just settled in, found it, and then got a little bit better as you went too.
Yeah, the first 2 innings were rough. They were not good, but kind of slowed everything down. Found a good rhythm for me, and kind of just went out there and executed pitches like I know how to.
What pitch or pitches did you feel most confident in once you finally did kind of get a grasp of your repertoire?
I think my slider was really good today, especially the lefties, and then being able to flip that curveball on whenever. Had the changeup to keep them off balance. That was a little bit hit or miss today, which I'll work on this week. But kind of once I settled in, everything was kind of working.
Okay, 2 homers today, and then 2 in Arkansas as well. I guess, how do you feel like you're seeing the ball right now? From like the power's finally coming off for you as the on base has been, you know, there all season.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of getting settled in. I think I was pressing to put up bigger numbers, even though I was getting on base. I wasn't having as much kind of success as I was hoping. So I think just kind of relieving that and just sacrificing the result and just being more focused on my process rather than result based.
I guess how important it is for y'all just this weekend finally cracking the code against one of these ranked teams that you guys play and putting it all together for the whole weekend.
I think we played just really good ball games over at Arkansas. So I think having those two games being so tight, I think it gave us a lot of hope for the year. I think we could play with kind of anyone in the country. So I think playing clean ball games like that, and then I mean all those games have been one-run games. So it's such tight games that gave us confidence going into the weekend, knowing we can kind of play clean baseball and have a good weekend.
Kind of following up on the question about your homers, you've now have 6 homers in your last 9 games. Was it, what's the key to kind of unlocking the stroke?
Yeah, I'd say just swinging at better pitches. I think being able to handle the fastball and then being able to adjust to off speed, I think is the biggest thing. And I've been getting pitched a little bit differently, so I think being able to switch my mentality to stay through the middle, I think I'm not panicking on the inner half anymore, and I think it's freeing me up for the rest of the at-bats and pitches I'm getting.
Cal, you've now had five quality starts your last 6 times out. How do you feel just about the consistency that you've kind of given the team for the last month and a half?
I feel good. My body feels good. All my pitches have been working over the past weeks. Continuing to get better every week. And just going out there and competing. I know some days I'm not getting my best stuff, but just going out there and doing what I can for these guys and keeping it close. You know, it's what my job is as a starting pitcher, is to go out there and do what I can to keep the team in the game.
12
Kate,
wins.
Go ahead.
All right, 12 wins in a row at home. I guess how does something like that happen, and what makes it easier to win here than on the road?
Definitely the home environment and the fans. They back us up real well. Come out and support us, and they big part of the ball game. So obviously on the road in a different environment than you're used to. I feel like we're still playing good baseball on the road. Just some things may not be going our way, but especially at home, we feel comfortable and we can get after it every day.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah. I got nothing.
Kate, what nickname did he call you?
I've got a couple. So it's Dumpy and Silly are the 2 current nicknames. So yeah.
What's the story behind that?
Dumpy was just kind of, I wear some tight pants and guess it hugs it a little bit. And then Silly's just from playing video games
walk-up song too.
with all the guys. It just kind of came about, and that's why I chose that walk-up song. So, yeah.
Time for maybe one more.
Cal, considering JJ Weatherall's reputation, what's just kind of your impression of him?
He's a great guy. I played with him this summer. I got to know him quite a bit. He's real funny. He's obviously a great competitor on the field, and if you will go out there and hit anything and kind of any pitch anywhere, so he's definitely a good ball player for sure. And excited to see his kind of journey through the rest of the year.
What team did y'all play for?
USA this summer.
Oh, Team USA, yeah.